I never said the word, which was my choice, and I have lived with it choosing since. The word was there, present in the available, a common word, no special recompense required to deliver it, just breath, just the ordinary mechanism of the set. I chose the other mechanism, which is silence. I have been living in the silence since. Instead, you were 17 and laughed at things I didn't, which was part of what the word was for. You were 17 and certain of your center, which I have never been before.
The word would have been simple in the saying, 4 letters and an arrangement of the mouth. I watched the arrangement of your mouth for 3 years without producing the required output. My mouth did other things in your vicinity, said the weather and the homework and the time, said the recommendations and the questions that kept the conversation in its line. The line being the one that runs beside the other line, the parallel that cannot intersect. I walked the parallel for the full 3 years, arriving at the end with my respect for the parallel intact and nothing else. The word's still in its original location, inside the place where the said things go unsaid, inside the long and patient reservation. The piano plays the word I never said, finds it in the register below the voice. The bass walks through the 3 years of the parallel, confirms the weight of the unchosen choice. Not the wrong choice, I won't call it that exactly, just the chosen, just the one I made. I never said the word, and here's the thing of it, the word was not afraid. I never said the word, and it was my own doing, my own hand on my own mouth. The word was warm and ready at the ready, all prepared to travel north or south. I sent it nowhere, kept it in the interior, where it has been living ever since. I never said the word, and she went on to other, and I went on and made my recompense. The piano plays the word inside the silence, the bass confirms what silence costs and how. I never said the word, and I am here now. I am here now. Here now. She married someone in the autumn years later, a man who clearly had the word at hand, found the mechanism of the ordinary, who understood what I could not command. I went to the wedding in the role of the old friend, sat in the section where the friends are placed, watched the word delivered by another, watched it land exactly where I'd faced. Away from, for the 3 years of the parallel, for all the years of the interior keep. The word delivered well with full attendance. I ordered something at the bar and tried to sleep. I don't carry it as tragedy, be clear. I carry it the way a man carries a stone that he picked up on a walk years ago, because the weight of it was his to own. Not a burden in the breaking of the back sense, more the kind that reminds a hand it's there, more the kind that sits inside the jacket pocket, pressing a small reminder through the wear. The reminder being, say the word while you have the word. The reminder being, use the mechanism. The reminder being, the parallel is not the destination. The reminder being, this is your decision. The piano plays the word available this evening, the one that has a ready place to land. The bass walks through the room that has its word in it, the room with someone close at hand. I am older now
and somewhat more familiar with the mechanism and the required breath. I never said the word to her in autumn. I have other words to say before my death. I never said the word to her, and I have kept it in the pocket with a stone for all this while. But a word kept for 30 years of pocket has developed an accumulated style. It has worn smooth against the other contents, has acquired the patina of the held. I never said the word to her in autumn, but the word is not withheld. Not anymore, not in the winter of this evening. Not with a piano playing what it plays. I never said the word to her, that's finished.
The word is what it's been always.
Available warm, 4 letters and an arrangement. I know the mechanism, I know the breath. I never said the word to her in autumn. I have other words, I have what's left. If she is somewhere in a room this winter, a room with yellow light and someone kind, I hope the word is said there with some frequency. I hope it's said with the easy and the fine delivery of the practiced and the certain, the delivery of a man who does not wait. I hope the word is easy in her winter rain. I hope it isn't late. For me, I have a different kind of practice, a different word for a different winter now. I never said the word to her in autumn, but I'm learning the how. I have learned the temperature at which things keep, the exact degree of the preserved. Not too warm, which softens past the beautiful. Not too cold, which breaks what the cold deserves. There is a range inside the winter spectrum, where the things worth keeping hold their shape, where the memory stays clear and holds its color, where the feeling holds without escape. I have found my temperature this winter, the degree at which I keep the most. Not the burning and not the frozen over, warm enough to hold, cool enough to coast. Wine kept wrong becomes another substance. Music played too loud becomes just noise. There's a temperature for every beautiful thing, a condition under which it most enjoys being what it is in full expression, without the damage of the setting that the winter finally taught. Not the cold of resignation or surrender, the cool of someone who has thought. The piano plays at the exact right temperature, each note given the condition to be heard. The bass walks at the pace of preservation, of something valued and preferred. I have found the temperature at which things keep, the winter where the keeping starts to show. Not the warmth of needing and the cold of losing, the temperature of the even, steady glow. The temperature at which things keep is the one I'm living in. Not the fever and not the frost, but the space between to begin. I have calibrated all my winter settings, found the degree of the deliberate and true. The temperature at which things keep, my darling, is the one I've grown into. The piano breathes at the right degree of patience, the bass confirms the even and the held. The temperature at which things keep this winter is the one I have compelled. There are women who keep everything by burning, who preserve by the intensity of heat, whose love is a cremation and whose losing is the ash that makes the circle complete. I was that woman in the earlier winters, all the burning and the bright and the fierce. I have moved to a quieter kind of keeping, the kind that the long winter engineers, the kind where the preserving is in patience, in the steady and the measured and the still, where the thing kept is kept by being cared for, not by being held against its will. I keep my mornings at a certain temperature, the coffee at the degree of the slow. I keep my evenings at the amber setting, the jazz bar and the familiar glow. I keep my winter at the level of the chosen, the degree of the arrived and the decided, not the temperature of the waiting and the hoping, the temperature of the been here and confided, confided in myself, which is the practice of the woman who has learned her own regard, the woman who has found her temperature this winter, who has found it and finds finds it not hard. The piano plays at the temperature of the finished, of the piece that has been practiced into place. The bass walks at the pace of the considered, of the note played with appropriate grace. A man can learn a lot about himself by watching how he watches for someone, whether his gaze goes to the door with hope, or with the kind of hope that's mostly done. I have been watching doors for several winters, the door of this particular bar included, watching with a patience that has changed its character from the original and the full to the reduced. Reduced not in the sad way, more the honest way, the way a thing reduced to what it is becomes more accurate and also lighter. I watch the door, I know it isn't his.
It was never gonna be this door exactly. He doesn't know this bar, this street, this block. I chose it partly for the impossibility, which is the safer kind of hope to stop.
A man who waits for someone at a door they've never been to has a kind of margin, a buffer between the waiting and the loss, between the hope and what the hope is bargaining. I am not a man who doesn't know this logic. I am a man who uses it with care. I watch the door of the impossible location and practice the impossible from there. The piano plays the door the way I watch it, the measure of expectation and the held. The bass walks through the bar the length of waiting, through everything the watching has compelled. I have watched enough doors now to have a method, a way of holding the attention at the frame. Not desperate and not absent, somewhere middle. Every winter feels the same. The way I watch the door is the way I've loved you since, attentive at the threshold of the impossible, waiting for the evidence you're coming through the winter, through the coat and the scarf and the cold outside. The way I watch the door, the way I've always, is the way I keep you inside. The piano plays the door and the waiting, the bass walks the length of the held. The way I watch the door is the whole story, the story I have never told. You don't know that I watch for you in winter, that December finds me at this particular frame. You are living your particular December in a city that has an entirely different name. You are watching your own door for your own reasons, for whoever crosses your particular sill. I hope that what comes through it brings you something. I hope the door is warm, I hope it will continue being warm for your specific winter, for the person that you've grown into by now. I watch the door of the impossible location. You watch yours, we're both here somehow. The barman asked me once what I was watching, whether I was expecting someone late. I said just watching, which is close to honest, which leaves the rest to its own way. He nodded with the barman's full discretion, refilled the glass without a further ask. That is the barman's art, the full discretion, the not lifting of the mask. I grateful for the barman's artistry on many winter evenings at this rail.
The art of being present without question
Is the art that doesn't fail. The piano plays the late arrival, the note that comes in after it's expected. The bass walks through the bar to the door and back, confirms the entry and the unelected. I have been watching the door for long enough to know the watching is its own reward. To know the love that lives inside the watching is a love that can afford
to wait, because the waiting has become the thing itself.
The waiting has become the space I'm in.
The way I watch the door is how I love you.
The watching is where we begin. The way I watch the door is the most I'll ever say.
A man who watches doors in winter jazz bars
Has his own particular way of holding what he holds without the saying, of keeping what he keeps without the word. The way I watch the door is the whole sentence.
The most I've said, the most you've heard.
The piano plays the door inside the winter. The bass walks through to where the warmth begins. The way I watch the door is how I love you, and the door says let him in.
I am not a man who will be telling you directly
This is not that kind of song or winter. I am a man who watches a door in a jazz bar in December, at the center of a love that lives inside the watching, that requires no delivery or proof.
I am the man who keeps December at this table,
who keeps you in the room. The room being the one inside the watching, the kept one, the interior. The door being the one I have kept open since the particular year. I will be watching it in other winters, long past what is reasonable or wise. That is the way I love inside the watching, behind these quiet eyes. The way I watch the door is the way I've always been.
a man who keeps the warmth inside the waiting,
Who keeps the door between the possible and the impossible, between the December and the I built a life and all of it phased out. Which is the direction of your city? I did not do this consciously at first, or rather first it seemed more like a pity that the only apartment with the light right happened to have windows facing your way. The only desk position in the office that I could sit at had its particular display of the southern sky, which is the one above you, which is the one above the roof of where you sleep. I told myself coincidence and kept building. The building kept.
I built a playlist that begins with your frequency, the particular pitch of the year we were near. I built a habit of the coffee at the timing that corresponds with your approximate here. You're here being the morning of your city, the 7:30 of your kitchen and your cup. I made my 7:30 face your morning. I made the facing south the waking up.
I am not sure you would call this love exactly. Not the kind that announces and demands, more the kind that quietly faces southward, more the kind that builds with both its hands toward the general direction of another, without the asking of the other's view. Everything I built was facing your direction. Everything was facing you.
The piano plays the south wall of the evening, the window that the apartment always had. The bass walks the direction of the city. It was the only city worth the glad. I am a man who built in one direction, who laid the foundations facing one address.
I am sitting in the building of that building, facing south, content with discontent to guess that somewhere in the south you're in your kitchen at the 7:30 of your ordinary day. I have built my 7:30 facing south there. I have built it that way. Everything I built was facing your direction. Every window of the life I made,
Every habit and every morning setting, every choice inside the trade
of living in a life with its own compass, its own magnetic north that isn't north. Everything I built was facing your direction. That's what the building's worth.
The piano plays the south wall of this winter. The bass confirms the facing and the hell.
Everything I built was facing your direction. That is what the building spelled. I wrote in the direction of your reading, made the sentences arrange themselves toward you. Not addressed, not delivered, just directed, sent into the air in the particular blue of the air above the southward and the general. The sentence that goes out into the south. the sentence that is angled at your morning, that moves from my hand to your particular mouth. You have not read them, which is the arrangement. They are not addressed and not delivered. They are simply facing the right direction. They are simply aired and quivered into the specific air between our cities, into the 7:30 of the morning, into the south, that's all they ask. Just the facing, just the pointing.
There are men who build with full announcement, who lay the first stone and say, this is for you.
Who break the ground with ceremony and with naming. Who think they say is a quiet man, which is accurate in the observable and the public sense. He speaks when spoken to and answers clearly. He does not volunteer at the expense of the room's arrangement or the evening's order. He is described as calm, which is also right. He has the kind of face that does not alter between the ordinary day and night. What they do not say because they cannot see it is that a quiet man has loud winters, that the interior of the quiet man in December is the furthest thing from the quiet he delivers.
The loud winter of the quiet man is specific. It is the name he does not say aloud, the name that has a frequency inside him that no external instrument has found, the name that runs beneath his calm appearance, the way a river runs beneath the ice. The ice looks still, the river is decided. The river does not ask the ice for its advice. He is the ice, the river is the naming of her specifically in the winter dark. He is the calm, the river is the burning. He is the surface, she is the mark. The piano plays the surface of the quiet man, the note that shows the face to the room. The bass plays the river underneath the quiet, the thing that runs inside the winter gloom. I have been this man and I am this man, sitting at the table of the composed, with the river running full beneath the surface, with a name I've never disclosed. Oh, a quiet man has loud winters, the loudest kind there are, the kind that no one measures or records, the kind that runs this far from the surface to the center, all in silence. From the outside to the name inside the dark. A quiet man has loud winters, darling, that is where you are. The piano plays the surface of my quiet, the bass plays the river of the name. A quiet man has loud winters, darling, every winter is the same. He went to the office party in December, made the appropriate observations and remarks. He stood with the colleagues and agreed on things. He navigated all the necessary marks of a man who is considered easy company, who does not complicate the room he's in, who takes his drink without excessive preference,
and finds the conversation a safe friend. And all the while the river ran beneath him, the specific name on its specific current. And all the while the winter ran inside him, the loud and the concurrent. He has been asked once carefully by someone whether he was happy in the general. He thought about the river and the surface, about the loudness of the barely lateral movement of the quiet man in December, about the name that runs its winter course. He said he was mostly, which was honest, at the level of the surface, at the source of the public and the measurable accounting. He is mostly, he functions, he is here. A quiet man has loud winters and is mostly, that is the full career. The piano plays the mostly of the quiet man, the note that is sufficient for the room. The bass plays the river of the not mostly, the current in the winter and the gloom. I am a man of surfaces and rivers, of the public and the running underneath. I have learned to be the ice above the current. I have learned the art of the sheath. A quiet man has loud winters, louder than the snow, louder than the jazz bar and the piano, louder than the bass notes down below, louder than the room suspects him capable, louder than his face would ever tell. A quiet man has loud winters, darling, he keeps them very well. The piano plays the face of the composed one, the bass plays the interior alone. A quiet man has loud winters, darling, and one of them is you, and one is home. If you ever found the quiet man in winter, at the table in the corner with his drink, you would see the surface and conclude him peaceful. You would see the calm and start to think that this is someone whose December is uncomplicated, whose interior is as quiet as the face. You would be correct in the observable percentage. You would miss the river in its place. The river has been running since September, since a particular September and a green. The river does not stop for the observation of those who read the surface in between. The river is for no one but the river. The name is for no room but the interior. I am the quiet man with the loud winter. Loud winters, and I have had my share. I have sat at every table. Snow is resting on the rooftop, streetlights drawing lines of gold. In this quiet little corner, all the city feels on hold. Steam is rising from my coffee like a secret in the air. and the world outside the window moves so slowly, unaware. Every flake is like a whisper falling soft on sleeping stone. In the hush of winter evening, I don't really feel alone. By the window in the winter, where the gentle shadows play, I let the jazz notes wander through the silver of the day. Every chord becomes a lantern, glowing low and glowing true. On this quiet winter evening, all I need is me and you. Footsteps fading down the sidewalk, leaving patterns in the white. Distant laughter on the corner softly melts into the night. On the glass your name is written by my careless drifting hand. Then it fades with every heartbeat, like a wave upon the sand. Every flake is like a memory that I never framed or kept. In the hush of winter evening, I can hear the tears I wept. By the window in the winter, where the gentle shadows play, I let the jazz notes wander through the silver of the day. Every chord becomes a lantern, glowing low and glowing true. On this quiet winter evening, all I need is me and you. Old recordings on the turntable crackle softly under breath. Trumpet lines like distant streetcars slide through alleys, slow as death. I remember how you held me when the nights were just as cold, and we swore that every season would be ours to have and hold. But the seasons kept on turning like the hands that mark the time. Now I dance with empty shadows to a half-remembered rhyme. By the wind in the winter, where the gentle shadows play, I let the jazz notes wander through the silver of the day. Every chord becomes a lantern, glowing low and glowing true. On this quiet winter evening, all I need is me and you. Let the snow fall, let it cover all the roads that lead away. Let the silence fill the doorway. We've both said too much today. If tomorrow never finds us, if the spring forgets to come, we'll still have this faded window and the song that leaves us numb. By the window in the winter, where the gentle shadows play, I let the jazz notes wander through the silver of the day. Every chord becomes a lantern, glowing low and glowing true. On this quiet winter evening, all I need is you. By the window in the winter, while the city dreams and waits, I will hum this little love song till it disappears in night. Every heartbeat is a drummer, keeping time for something new. On this quiet winter